All right, Barakatha Yahweh, Barakatha Yahweh Shai, Barakatha Yahweh, Barakatha Yahweh Shai. All praises to the Heavenly Father. His name is Yahweh. His Son's name is Yahweh Shai. Rakah HaKodash is the Holy Spirit. That's what comforts and guides us in all understanding. Peace and blessings be upon the elect of Israel, and double honors to our elders and apostles. They came back in the reincarnation, known as Great Millstone. Again, infinite praises and glory to our power, Kahalayim La Alahayanawa, Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakaha Kodash. All right. And five, we're foolish. All right. I'm going to go on to the topic here about the foolish virgins. All right. The foolish virgins, as well as the virgins, Revelation, the 14th chapter, because it's pretty much synonymous. And this is based off of Naquam and what is it, Watchmen for Israel. The 5 hour video they did, like, and it seems like the topic, the new thing right now is if you want traction and attention, and you want to be the hot topic in Israel, talk about Great Millstone. Mention Great Millstone in your title or say it in your video, or allude to that you're going to go into the doctrines that we talk about and try and debunk them. And at the end of the day, Yahweh Shai warned us of this. He said that the world hateth you, that it hated me before it hated you. So I just got some examples here, a couple of examples of a foolish virgin. Now you see this video they did, the 5 hour video, right? Everybody knows about the 5 hour video, which that was a flop. You fumbled, you completely fumbled, because the first 3.5 hours, you didn't even talk about the MARK. But look at this comment. Look at this comment that's left on here. All praise to the Most High. Serious question. Should we be getting rid of our smartphones since most require you to use your fingerprint to open them up? I'll get a flip phone if I need to. Now you see how you got our people thinking? when you have people thinking that the way what you're saying in this video, this is you actually got people considering getting rid of some of their phones that they have to get a flip phone. Like a flip phone, like Nokia and Motorola, is going to give you a better chance at salvation. Like, come on, man. That's foolish. That's completely foolish. Here it is. You probably spent $500, $600 on this phone. You're on a goddamn payment plan. And now you think that you need to get a flip phone? But you see, that's what happens when you're a foolish virgin. All right. And you follow a foolish virgin. Okay. Now, this other picture I wanted to show too. This just recently got posted. And like I said, the new thing is, hey, if you want some traction, you want everybody to pay attention to you, talk about us. Here it is. You got the leader, Naquam. It said Monday night fire topic. Great mess of doctrine. Can we deal with prostitutes, white women, rape, and do we have to wear our fringes? Like, yo, all he did was ask you, how can you buy and sell with sin? And instead of answering the question, you immediately go to slander. You immediately go to low blows. You hitting below the belt. You know, talking about prostitutes, white women, rape. Where did you hear this stuff? Where do you get this stuff from? What, all of a sudden, this is what you want to talk about? And when they do this video, you might want to take off work, because it's going to take a whole shift just to watch it in one sitting. All right, it's probably going to be an 8.5 hour video. All right, but let's hit the scripts. Let's hit some of these scriptures. This is Matthew chapter 25 and verse 1. It says, Then shall the kingdom of heaven be likened unto 10 virgins, which took their lamps and went forth to meet the bridegroom. The bridegroom is Yahushua. And 5 of them were wise, and 5 were foolish. They that were foolish took their lamps and took no oil with them. So at one point in time, all their breakdowns that these other Israelite groups, not just Wi-Fi, and I'm talking about like what's this other group? Or Sakari. a lot of them get their breakdowns from the teachers in One West. All right, now you have a lot of those One West teachers. They lost the oil. Some of them are not even out there. I remember one time, I think it was me and Zainal and the brother Kazak while he was still alive. We was doing the work out there in Silver Spring, and a dude came up to us and said that he was from the old school. You know, he was asking us questions, and we were like, "Well, yo, if you from the old school, well, what are you doing now? You just out here walking around like a regular individual. Like you was out there doing the work. Obviously, he was a foolish virgin. All right, he was one of the five foolish. Five foolish represents the 2/3. All right, and those who know they're Israel, you know, of the 2/3, they just ain't doing nothing, or you just don't have the oil. All right, you don't have the lubrication of Yahweh by Shemiah Washai to make things run smoothly and flow and be understood by the elect. All right, so that's why you have no oil, so you have to resort to things like this. All right, you have to resort to saying things of this nature. You have to do videos like this to keep people on your page because ultimately, man, that 5-hour video was a flop, man. All right, you got everybody on your comment board talking about you took 5 hours and you just wasted people's time. But the wise took oil in their vessels with their lamps. While the bridegroom tarried, they all slumbered, right? So for a while, they weren't saying anything. They weren't talking about the MARK. But as soon as it was a hot topic and we were, going into it about with other groups, debunking them, all of a sudden here they come, you know, 5 hours, the cord is probably melting in the outlet, you know, it's just nonsense. Let thy words be short. Someone who's foolish, says a fool regardeth no time, right? Then the scripture says that. Let's go to a couple scriptures. The Wadi Yahweh by Shema Shai again. I just had these couple of precepts, so anything that's extra is just the spirit of Yahweh by Shema Shai. This says a fool regardeth no time. All right. Did I click 20? Let's see. Let me just type in. Yeah, here it is. 20:7. A wise man will hold his tongue till he see opportunity, but a babbler and a fool will regard no time. So that's they're counted slackness, right now. Not only in that video from being 5 hours long, but also why weren't you speaking about these things before? Because guess what? We've been talking about the MARK. You're going to hear it at least every week from one brother in Great Millstone. We didn't slack and take our time and not regard time when it comes to this charagma because things are changing. All right. Economically, the way that you pay for things is about to change. And again, is anyone ever going to answer the question who doesn't believe that the MARK is the RFID chip, the CHIP? All right. What are you going to answer the question of how can you buy and sell with sin? How can you buy and sell with the philosophy? While the bridegroom tarried, they all slumbered and slept because they didn't regard no time. They were fools. And at midnight there was a cry made, behold, the bridegroom cometh, go ye out to meet him. Then all those virgins arose and trimmed their lamps. And the foolish said unto the wise, give us of your oil, for our lamps are gone out. And that's why you see things like this. You getting 50,000, 40,000 views on your videos when you don't talk about Great Millstone. So why all of a sudden you want to start talking about us? What is it? Are you losing traction? Do you need more attention? I mean, what's the point of this post? You want oil. You want that oil. You want the shaman, but we got la'ah shaman for you. And the foolish said unto the wise, give us your oil, for our lamps are gone out. But the wise answered, saying, la'ah, not so, lest there be not enough for us and you. But go ye rather to them that sell and buy for yourselves. Right. Go back to Zizbach. Go back to the men that you learned from and ask them how to deal with what's going on. Because guess what? We ain't got nothing for you. And a lot of these Israelites, they don't answer our questions. They only answer to Elder Apostle Dahar, Elder Apostle Gabar, Elder Apostle Ramlab, Elder Apostle Rakah, Elder Yashawamba, Elder Manat Zakba. If it ain't them, these guys don't answer. Because honestly, there is pride. The scripture says pride is did I get it? Yeah, yep, it's the scripture I wanted. Ecclesiasticus 10 and verse 13, it says, "For pride is the beginning of sin, and he that hath it shall pour out abomination. And therefore the Lord brought upon them strange calamities and overthrew them utterly." And the point is right here is shall pour out abomination. And that's what's going on. You got all these people asking these questions about how can you buy and sell with sin and what you're talking about. And they're completely glazing over it. They jump straight to the name of the beast. You know, they didn't go into the MARK. They didn't do that. Why is that? Because the buyers and sellers ain't got nothing for you. The Zabak don't have no answers. And shame on all you other leaders. Where the fuck is Daniel at? Where the fuck is Zabak at? You know, to back up your underlings, you know? If a man in Great Millstone brings out a point and somebody's trying to come against them, guess what? You're going to have all the brothers band together, including the elders and apostles, and we're going to do videos to back up the truth. But Zabak, where are you? Daniela, where are you? You other Israelite leaders, where the fuck are y'all at, man? Cowards, man. Pussy holes, man. But it says, and while they went to buy, the bridegroom came, and they that were ready went in with him to the marriage, and the door was shut. And that's what's about to happen. All right, when Esau pulls the plug, when he pulls the plug and everything goes live with his agenda. All right, we're gonna see. You go to the grocery store and you tell them you believe in Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai. All right, and you trying to get some food, and you're not gonna commit sin or whatever, however the hell you want to believe it, because we still don't have an answer. You're gonna find out that you've been shut out. All right, you're gonna find out that you've been shut out, and ultimately you're just not singing the new song because you're foolish. You don't understand the lyrics. You can't catch the beat. You're not bobbing your head correctly. All right, you tapping your foot all off beat. People looking at you like, yo, what is going on? You're flat as hell. Your voice is sharp. You know what I'm saying? It's supposed to be sung at a certain pitch. You up here in the falsetto screaming. It sounds terrible. Revelation 14 and 1. And I looked, and look at the title of this: The Lamb Yahushua and the 144,000 on Mount Tizion. And I looked, and lo, a lamb stood on Mount Zion, Tizion, and with him 144,000, having his father's name written in their foreheads. And I heard a voice from heaven, as the voice of many waters, and as the voice of great thunder. And I heard the voice of harpers harping with their harps. And they sung as it were a new song before the throne and before the four beasts and the elders. And no man could learn the song but the 144,000, which were redeemed from the earth. Verse 4. These are they which were not defiled with women, and y'all are defiled with women. All right, you got people out here really thinking that the MARK is sin. And are we ever gonna get an answer? How the F can you buy and sell with sin? Is anyone ever gonna answer that question? That's what we want to know. Is anyone ever gonna answer that question? You know? And the reason why they can't answer it is because they're defiled with women. They're defiled with Babylon. Esau likes it when you believe that the MARK is not the RFID C-hip. He loves it. He's like, good, stay defiled, you know, keep sleeping with Babylon. But the scripture says, for they are virgins. We're undefiled. We're pure. According to 1 John, the 3rd chapter, we're purifying ourselves because Yahushua is pure. These are they which follow the Lamb whithersoever he goeth. These were redeemed from among men, being the first fruits of Yahweh, and to the Lamb Yahushua. And in their mouth was found no guile. And you foolish virgins, you just full of guile, man. That's why you had to do things like this. You have to say things like this because that was a complete fumble, man. Complete fumble. 3.5 hours. And then when you finally start talking about the MARK, you don't even talk about the buying and selling part. What happened for line upon line? Hey, it's a standard here at Great Millstone. You stop at each comma and you explain what that scripture says. Do not go past that semicolon. You know what I'm saying? Don't go past that colon. Explain that line. Don't just read over that. Read that line. Get definition of a word out of that line. But again, when you're foolish and when you got guile in your mouth, this is what you resort to. Can we deal with prostitutes, white women, rape, and do we have to wear our fringes? Come on, man. Come on. That's asinine. Monday Night Fire topic. And like I said, if you're gonna watch this tonight, you know, make sure you take off work if you got an overnight shift, because you already know this thing gonna be 9 hours. It's going to be 9 hours. And make sure if you're watching on your computer that you got it plugged in a good outlet. All right. You don't want your outlet to catch on fire. For they are without fault before the throne of Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahushai. And that's pretty much the point, you know. We understand who the five foolish are. It's clear as day who the five foolish are. And let me show y'all that other example. All right. Let me show y'all that other example. All right. Look at this. Look how you got these people out here looking foolish. Look at this question this person put. All praise to the Most High. Serious question. Should we be getting rid of our smartphones since most require you to use your fingerprint to open them up? I'll get a flip phone if I need to. Oh, boy. All praise to Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahushai. Shalom to the elect. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone. You know, praying and that you're edified and stay wise, you know. Stay on the clear-cut path. The Lord is having all these guys bring out these topics to show that Yahushua warned us. He warned us that we receive this hate and that we just got to go back into all these topics because you got to remember a lot of people woke up after that Kyrie and Kanye thing. So we got to go back into all these easy topics through the power and spirit of Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahushai. So again, infinite praises to Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahushai, Ba'ashim Rakah HaKodash, Shalom to the elect, and double honors to our elders and apostles that came back in the reincarnation, known as Great Millstone. And shalom to all the elect on the comment board. May the Lord bless and keep you and your households and your families. Shalom.